Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Drafting with Numot. This one specifically for YouTube. I've been uploading a lot of clips from stream, but this time let's do something a little bit different. Let's just do one of our classic old YouTube draft videos. And we've got our pack. Metallic Mimic, Hungry Flames, Monstrous Onslaught, Chandra's Revolution. Those are my top picks here. There are also some other fine cards, of course. Unbridled Growth, Prey Upon, Perilous Predicament, all fine. I think Onslaught and Hungry Flames are two of the best removal spells that you're going to find in this initial Aether Revolt pack. But Metallic Mimic is just a rare. It keeps you open. And honestly, even if you get one extra 1/1 counter, you've gotten your value, because 2 mana 2/1s in this format are perfectly fine, especially as an artifact. So I'm happy to take Metallic Mimic here, past the Onslaught, which I think would be my second pick, and then Hungry Flames a little bit below that. So we'll see where we go. And we got past a very good rare. The person took an uncommon. We see two uncommons, one missing. Not sure what you take over Aethertide Whale. This card is definitely a bomb. 6 mana, 6/4 flyer. Would already be fine in limited. The fact that it gives you 6 energy when it enters and saves itself, protects itself with that energy is very, very good. So we're going to take the whale here, passing things like either Poisoner, either Stream Leopard, Caught in the Brights, Renegade Map, but happy to take a whale here and see where we go from there. All right, this third pick got a few less than optimal cards. The power level of this pack is far below from what we've previously seen. The rare in the pack, Brawl, Chief of Compliance. I just got back from GP Vancouver where I was playing Storm with Brawl, and card is real nice in that deck, but in limited, not so good. What am I looking at here? Well, Lifecraft Cavalry is always great. This thing is a 5 mana 4/4 Trampler, and then when it becomes a 6/6 with Revolt, you're really happy. Unbridled Growth, good. Cruel Finality is okay. Initially, I thought this card was quite good, but ends up being just like an okay combat trick. For 3 mana, you'd rather just have like anything. For -2/-2, not so good for 3 mana. You'd rather have like a shock effect. I think here we're not going to take a blue card. Instead, I'm going to take the Cavalry and see where we end up. Now, I have passed a bit of green already, so that is slightly awkward signaling, but I think the Cavalry is powerful enough to where we want to take it. And I think we're just going to follow it up with another one here. Leave in the Dust is fine. Renegade Rallier is also fine as well, but happy to take another Cavalry. Nothing blue here that I'd want to take. Again, Leave in the Dust, Watchful Automaton, sure, whatever. But I think the Cavalry is going to be the pick for me. And get rewarded here with a nice 5th pick, Malfist Revolutionary. Keep an eye on blue. Remember, we did get past a blue bomb second pick, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be what we're doing. If we don't see any more blue cards, then we're just going to get out. But happy to take the Revolutionary here. It does already work with the Mimic, works with the Cavalry if you have Revolt, and notably, this is a warrior, as are both of our Cavalries, so Metallic Mimic is also getting extra value here. So let's take the Revolutionary and see where this leads. And it looks like this pack is not so good. Just to stay on color with the Aethertide Whale, I think I might go with the Ice Over. Aether Herder is one of the worst of this cycle of cards. The absolute worst being the white one, in my opinion. The black, the red, and the blue are all good. The green and the white are pretty filler. 4 mana 3/3 is still fine, but on the lower end of those cards that you want. Foundry Hornet's still in the pack. There's also a Verdant Automaton, which is meh. Happy to take the Ice Over and see where we go. Good start so far. Again, I do like taking the Metallic Mimic to stay open, pick one, pack one. Remember, passing that Monstrous Onslaught might signal green to the person to our left, so in pack 2 we might not see as much as we'd like. But I haven't passed much blue, and we haven't seen much blue, so we'll see how that comes in the second pack, but again, happy to take the whale there. Pick 2, getting it past me. Good start overall. All right, our next pack, 7th pick, and wow, we still have some nice ones in here. Leave in the Dust is fine, I don't mind it. Metallic Rebuke as well, but I'm going to take the Renegade Map. Keeps me open. very, very useful, versatile card. You know, enables the Revolt, which is very important since we already have the double cavalry. Lets you splash pretty easily. It's an artifact for improvised shenanigans. I'm really happy to get this 7th pick. Again, passing a few blue cards and like a crusher here, but map's a nice one. And probably going to take the Shipwreck Moray. Again, either herder, not my favorite thing in the world. This gives you 4 energy, which conveniently the whale needs to bounce to your hand. So, provided that you use the energy that it it already gives you when it enters the battlefield, Moray can also just reset that. Moray is also a good follow-up to like the Revolutionary, since you know, you can get some extra energy value. All right, filler pack here. Nothing that excites me. I don't think Dispersal Technician is very good at all. I think it's best case scenario sideboard card that you probably still don't sideboard in. Decommission's fine. Implement's good. Probably just take Decommission and put it to the side for now. Again, talking about that Dispersal Technician, I'm not going to take it. We'll take the Universal Solvent. I don't generally start this card in my deck unless I'm playing the improvised deck or I'm really lacking on removal, but it can be fine in a pinch. Happy to get the Metallic Rebuke back. We will certainly play that if we're playing blue. All right, take into custody. Not a very good card. Implement of Examination, though, I'm very happy to get this late. I'll fit right into my deck. All right, and a few last picks. So not a bad pack one. Again, blue wasn't very open after we got past the initial one. Green wasn't that open either, and I did pass a Monstrous Onslaught, but the 3 green cards that I do have are very powerful. So we'll have to take it with a grain of salt and see what happens the next few packs. Specifically this one here, where we open a Scrap Trawler. Probably worth taking. Again, similar to the Metallic Mimic, just goes into any deck basically. You can get some fine value with it. I am passing a Thopter Arrest, a Winding Constrictor. There's a Poisoner here. Bastion Inventor's fine. Obsolescence is fine. I think it's like the Winding Constrictor, Chandra's Revolution type cards that are a little bit upset to pass. I don't think you take Winding Constrictor here. I mean, it is very good with the Mimic, the Revolutionary, and the Double Cavalry, but it's hard to ditch the Whale and again just jump into a color we don't have any of. So happy to take the Scrap Trawler, see where that leads us. Not getting hooked by the different color cards. Well, we just got past an insane card, a card that one of the best rares in the format, not close. That is Brawl's Expertise. 2 blue, 3 colorless. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hand. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. This card is broken. Every time it's cast, it is just insane. Unless you are so far behind that just bouncing 3 creatures is not enough for you. This card, I don't know what to say about it. It's just broken. Other good cards in the pack: Hungry Flames, Demolition, Bandar, but there's no way I'm passing a Brawl's Expertise. Our 2 blue cards are now going to be played no matter what. I could get no more blue for the rest of the draft, and I'd probably still just run these 2 cards happily. An interesting pick here. We have a Reverse Engineer and a Pima Aetherseer. The Aetherseer has not impressed me. It's always very, very medium. It does look like that we are going down the blue-green energy route, but man, I'd really like to draw 3 cards. I think I'll take the Engineer here and look to pick up some more early artifacts to help improvise that. All right, another Renegade map, probably going to be my pick. This is like the 3rd Chandra's Revolution we've seen. I'm not a huge fan of Inspiring Statuary. It's interesting, though, because I do have a lot of powerful top-end cards already. And I'm not losing much by ditching the map. I kind of want to try out the Inspiring Statuary. Like going turn 3 Statuary, turn 4 Cavalry, or Expertise, or Engineer, or Whale on turn, like... Well, actually, even you can cast Whale on turn turn 4 as well if you've already cast one of your other artifacts. You know what? I'm going to try out the statuary here because we already have such powerful 5 and 6 drops. Let's give it a shot. Follow that up with a very easy Either Stream Leopard. One of my favorite green commons. Just does so much work. 2/3 for 3 is already fine, passable filler. But the fact that it has native trample and you can pump it up on attacks just makes it that much better. Love that card. Could take another ice over here. There's nothing else for us in the pack. I'm not a huge fan of ice overs. I think the card is just okay, but in a pinch, when you're short on removal, you can definitely do some stuff with it. And it's really nice when you're able to lock down like a nasty vehicle or something. Welder Automaton, some other fine cards, but I'll take the second ice over. Okay, there's a Prey Upon. I'm not going to turn that down. Again, we do have some fatties at the top end, which are pretty nice with the Prey. Another Shipwreck Moray in the pack as well, but let's get some hard removal, and I think Prey Upon fits the bill. Alright, High Spire Infusion now. Probably my pick. I'm a little bit short on creatures. I have a lot of filler. Well, maybe not filler, but just non-creatures. And that's a slight issue. I could always just take the Welder Automaton here. It's a cheap artifact, and I can always just randomly run a mountain in my deck to get the value out of it. In fact, that might be correct. Because I have like the Reverse Engineer and I've taken the Inspiring Statuary, maybe I want to take the Welder Automaton here is just a 2-drop artifact creature that can help improvise. I'm going to try that out. Not sure about that pick, but I'm going to try it out. Alright, some more red here. Destructive Tampering and another Welder Automaton. I am a fan of Negate, but I think I'm going to just take another Welder, and yeah, now we're just going to be locked into playing just one mountain in the main deck for random value. Last few pickups here. I do like Destructive Tampering as well. I'm surprised they're going this late. I wonder if I'm supposed to take that and splash that too over like the second Implement of Examination. The thing is, because I have the Scrap Trawler, the 3-mana implements are just very, very good, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Third ice over, start that one in the sideboard. Not even sure I'm going to start the second one in the main, but we will see. Alright, I'm liking the way this deck is shaping up. 3 decommissions in my sideboard now. We have our Kaladesh pack to go, see if we can open some sweet ones. And, in fact, we do. Alright, what do we got here? Elegant Edgecrafters, Imperial Voyager, Attune with Aether, Narnum Cobra, Riparian Tiger, all good pickups. I think I'm going to try to avoid taking too many more 5-drops, but Tiger is definitely good. Do I need the Attune with Aether? It does help. We do have uses for Era Energy, and it can find a red source in a pinch for the Welder Automatons. Again, I still think I'm a little bit short on creatures, though. I'm almost tempted to take the Narnum Cobra and try to wheel the Voyager, but I don't know if that's correct. It's probably close. Take the Cobra, try to wheel the Voyager. It's greedy, but I think I want the 2-drop more. I'm going to try that out. This could be the incorrect pick. I might want to take the Voyager and just maybe wheel one of these random other green or blue cards, but I'm going to take the Cobra and see if the Voyager wheels. Alright, another very nice pack here for us. We have Glintnest Crane, Janjeet Sentry, another Attune with Aether, Narnum Cobra number 2, Thriving Rhino, which is probably my pick, and then some fine other filler cards like Windrake and Wild Wanderer. If I had taken the Imperial Voyager, this Rhino would have gotten a lot better, but still a very good 3-drop and one I'm happy to take. Things are looking good so far. Got some nice top-end cards. Whale's obviously a bomb. Double Cavalry are like pseudo-baby bombs. Brawl's Expertise, certainly a bomb. Decoction Module, eh? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield in your control, you get an energy. If that was Fabrication Module, I would happily take it, but Decoction I don't believe is what we want in this particular list. I think an Aether Theorist fits the bill perfectly, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. Another Decoction Module. Again, not the module we were looking for. does have fine synergy with some of the cards, and you can always just like rebuy your creatures to produce energy, but I don't think that's what we want. Sky Skiff isn't terrible here. Ornamental Courage isn't terrible here. Again, I don't think I need any more fatties, and Cal Prowler is more filler than anything. We'll take the Skiff, see what happens. Ooh, mamma mia. That is quite gross. This is a 5th pick Saheeli's Artistry. There's nothing much to say here. This card is an insane bomb. Always take it and play it when you're in blue. And that's what I'm going to do. Sage of Shyla's Claim versus Eager Construct here. Let's see. I don't have many Elf Druids for the Metallic Mimic to matter. We do have Summoner Constructs, though, right? Both of the Automatons are constructs. Okay. And again, I don't have that much use for energy, so I don't mind passing the Sage here and just taking the Construct instead. Wow, very nice pickups here. Peafowl, Appetite, and Aether Meltdown are all very solid. Cards I'm happy to take. Ooh, Lord. I'm not actually sure which one is the correct pick. I don't have any artifact or enchantment removal. Besides the Ice Overs, which I'm not thrilled about, so Appetite is great. Peafowl fills a 4-drop curve hole, and it's just a very good common. 2/4 flyer basically for 4, but Meltdown is always impressive. Jeez, I'm not sure on this pick. I'm going to just take the Meltdown and question. Wow. Glintless Crane, Appetite for the Unnatural, Malfunction. We just have everything in the world. Okay, well, I guess I probably end up cutting Rebuke. Maybe cut the Sky Skiff. It's possible I can cut the Welder Automatons. Like, I don't need to play the red. They're just filler anyways, and I've picked up some more low drops to replace them. I think we can probably take Glintless Crane here. That seems fine. I think Malfunction might be a better card, but Glintless Crane seems good. Alright, Wild Wanderer side. The Cobra Wield? Jeez. Okay, we'll take that over Windrake or Wild Wanderer number 2. Alright, last few pieces of filler. Not saying I drafted that perfectly. There were a lot of different options we had at our disposal. Alright, I'm just going to put in all of the blue-green cards that I think are playable. Well, not the third Isofer, I guess. So we're at 32. We need to cut minimum 8 cards. This draft went real nice for us. I guess I can probably just cut all of the counters, though. We don't need Failed Inspection. I probably don't need Rebuke. I don't need Wild Wanderer. I probably end up cutting, again, the red automatons. I don't need Ornamental Courage, although I do think it's a good combat trick. Wow, wow, wow. So many good pickups. Yeah, we'll cut the automatons and probably end up cutting the Sky Skiff too. It's possible now that the Inspiring Statuary is just not worth it. It seems like a very, very quick cut, in all honesty. Going from 3 to 5 is nice when we have these silly cards, but it's probably not needed. In fact, I'm tempted to cut the second Ice Over from the main and just have 2 sideboard, 1 main. I think that's probably okay. Yeah, I think 17 lands is absolutely fine here. Renegade Map is not really a replacement for a land. Well, it kind of is, but it's not really. I think we run it like this. I think we just add 9 blue, 8 green. We have so many double blues, yeah. Let's go, oh, did not mean to cut the whale. 9 blue, 8 green, and call it a day. Boom. Seems good. A lot of powerful guards. Again, bomb-wise, Saheeli's Artistry, Ethertide Whale, Baral's Expertise. These are like mini bombs that very easily win the game, and then just a lot of nice filler cards up to that point. So let's ship this, and we'll bring it back for round one. Round one with our blue-green bomb deck. We won the die roll. Let's play first. And a little bit awkward here. Double island and mono green cards. If I was on the draw, I might keep this. But I think it's probably just best to go down to 6 because we're basically on this mulligan to 6 already with the Malphus Revolutionary in our hand. And yeah, this is a much easier keep for me. Yes, it only has one land, but it has a Renegade map in it, plus a lot of low drops. So we'll keep this. And we will keep the island on top too. Now we don't necessarily have to use the map on turn 2 since we already know we're going to be drawing a land. That lets our cavalry potentially get some nice value. Put it on the plains, and I think I'm actually just going to run out the Mimic and name Construct here. Remember, we have quite a few Constructs in our deck. Oh, wait, I took out the Automatons. Well, it's alright, I'm going to get value off of this Eager Construct, so that's good enough for me. Did not draw a land. Oh, another Construct, actually. Alright, so let's sack the Renegade map here. I'm actually going to grab a Forest, I think. Just in case we draw Malphus Revolutionary. We have a bit of time before we can cast Saheeli's Artistry anyways, and we should draw a land by that, or an island by that point. Let's jam out the Scrap Trawler now as a 4/3. That is some nice value. 3 mana, 4/3 unlimited. Broken! Alright, opponent with the Audacious Infiltrator. That's no fun. I can trade away with our Scrap Trawler. I'm going to pre-combat the Construct here, make it a 3/3. Scry a Force to the top. And then attack in. So the nice thing is the opponent's probably going to trade with the Scrap Trawler, which lets me get back the Renegade map. Then the turn after that, I get to pop the map and use the Cavalry, or play the Cavalry as a 6/6. Boom. That is called value, kids. Value. And now we already have our 6 lands for Saheeli. Alright, Foundry Screecher from the opponent. It's fine. And at this point, I'm just happy to bash in. Trade off the Mimic. Sure, absolutely fine. Mimic's already done way more work than I had previously hoped. In fact, you know what? I don't even have to use the map right now. We just get to play the Cavalry since we traded. And now, since we have another Cavalry in our deck, we have a way to enable that Revolt with the map on the battlefield. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Four cards left in opponent's hand. No artifacts, excuse me, for the underhanded designs. Although they could have like a servo schematic or a Conviction My Cavalry pass. So they want to enable Revolt, or they're trolling me. Wow, look at this hand. Gonna be hard to lose with this. Yep, just gonna pass here. Again, no reason to pop the map. I can get the 6 land whenever. And it enables me to revolt another cavalry, should it be the case. Ah, alright. So now we figured out why they wanted to do that. Dead-Eye Harpooner. Shooting my cavalry. Good play. Good play. Well, they do have to chump block my Ear Construct, though, but... yeah, you know what? I'm just going to show them the expertise. I don't see any reason not to just do it and kill him. 5 mana bounce a creature not at its best, but hey. It did get us the kill. And let's go to sideboarding, where we are quickly just going to resubmit and say, let's go to game 2. Game 2 versus black-white. We are on the draw, and we have a very nice hand. Got our old double construct friends back. Opponent has a construct of their own as well. Glint Crane. Probably going to be what I lead on. Oh, they did have a servo schematic. Yeah, playing the Crane means, well, I can just block everything. Also, it digs us to our lovely, lovely Mimic. So we can name Construct again. Oh no! Either Theorist, either Tide Whale, Lifecraft Cavalry, Shipwreck, Moray. All on the bottom of my library now. We do have a few ways to shuffle, but sad to see those cards go bye-bye. Hopefully the opponent doesn't improvise out a demon too quickly. Alright, no plays from the opponent. I'm going to go ahead and attack in for one. And let's just get some scry value. Implement of Examination. We will keep that. That's a draw 2. Digs us to, like, Renegade map to shuffle back all of those spells that we put on the bottom. Digs us deeper to things like Baral's Expertise. Die Young on my Eager Construct. Well, that's just rude. And a pump up of their automatons. I'll be taking 3, falling to 16. No big deal. I'm not in any rush, so I'm just going to lead with the implement here and pass. Glint Crane can block the servo. They get to attack with the automaton, which is fine because they can bluff the double pump. So I'll take anywhere between 1 and 3 damage here. That's no big deal. Or they just want to enable a revolt. I mean, if it's the life gain flyer, I don't care about that. If it is Vengeful Rebel to kill my Glint Crane, I don't really care. That's fine. I'll just block here. Clearly, they're just enabling revolt, but there's nothing I'm really worried about. Yeah. Oh, Call for Unity. Okay, I lied. There is something that's kind of scary. Well, I wasn't going to play around over rare, so there's that. End of turn, we'll sack our implement. Draw Cavalry and implement. Looks like we are going to attack in for 1 since it's not blocking the automaton. And if I go implement and then on my next turn sack it, I can probably find another land for the cavalry for it to be a 6/6. So let's go with that and play out the Cobra as well. Now what I can do is I can play the Scrap Trawler, sack the implement, and get back Eager Construct in a pinch. Eddy Trailhawk is a 2/3, definitely a lot scarier than a 1/2. Conviction on their automaton now. Okay. They have no cards left in their hand, though. But Conviction with Call for Unity is really gross. That is a nice little wombo combo the opponent has going on. Now their flyer is a 3/4. So I'm going to need to ice over the Eddy Trailhawk. Certainly. Yeah. Let's sack the implement. Draw 2. Oh! How about a Baral's Expertise? Is that good? I might as well just use it now, right? I guess no, I can wait a turn. I'm in no rush. Play at our 6/6. Pass it up. Alright, so Conviction's still the last card in their hand. I'm going to have to chump the automaton since I imagine they give it flying here. Although, again, I could just ice over their hawk. And not be too concerned here. A lot of good plays for us. In fact, we have our opponent on a 2-turn clock, basically. So yeah, why don't we do that? I'll take 4, go to 9. Opponent will bounce their Conviction again. I'm just going to ice their Eddy Trailhawk. Basically call it a day. Alright. Ice their flyer. Let's play 2 creatures out as good blockers. Bastion for 8. And then we'll just get him with expertise next turn. Good stuff, good stuff. I don't imagine they want to attack here, but maybe they do. They're not threatening lethal. They didn't have an extra black source. All right, bounce Conviction to their hand. Replay it, sure. Call for Unity on 4, kind of gross. But we will bounce their automaton now. Wow, so back-to-back games, my Brawl's expertise has just been bounce a creature. Kind of silly. And that should be the game. GG's. Bastion for a approximate butt load. 12, 14, 14. All right. And that's round 1. Easy baby GG. Let's go to round 2. Well, that fired instantly. I'm not even going to have to pause the video. We're just going to join and say, yes, I would like to play first. Yes, I would like to keep this hand. Turn 2 Crane, hopefully find an artifact. Maybe turn 4 Reverse Engineer. Saheeli's Artistry already in my hand. Good stuff, good stuff. Boom. Good luck, have fun. All right, opponent mulligans to 6. And we're off. Forest. Unbridled Growth, maybe. Inventor's Goggles, sure. All right, well, we found our second blue. And we even found an implement. Wow, bottoming 3 lands is really nice. I actually have draw 5 just chilling in my hand right here. Pretty good. Oh. Well then, I guess that's a thing. Holy crap. Maybe they don't have a way to accrue it next turn. They have to play something with 3 power. But if they played an Artificer to accrue, or just like the Sweatworks Brawler. Okay, this is a problem, my friends. This is a problem. I don't think we want to scrap. I think we just want to reverse engineer and dig into ice overs and whatnot. Prey upon? That's not quite so good. I'm not blocking with the Glintless Crane. Again, we're just going to hope that they don't have another creature that can crew it. And that I'm just taking 4 this turn. If I'm just taking 4 this turn, I think we're okay. If I take 8, then obviously bad news bears. What is this? They have another thing to improvise out? Oh, Lord. What? Okay, no, never mind. That's not that bad. I'm not taking 8, but... That's funny. Okay, yeah, I need to find ice over here. Oh, hey, there it is. Pretty good. And we are going to keep their Brawler tapped down. Play land. And I will chump with the Glintless Crane next turn. Discard an island here. We might have a shot at this yet. We might have a shot at this yet. Praying that they don't have a creature to crew the Kirin. Other than the Foundry Assembler. All I need is a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. Brawl's expertise would also be a great draw, obviously. Can bounce the Heart, the Foundry Assembler, and even the Inventor's Goggles in a pinch. Now, the reason I used Ice Over on the Brawler is because it represents 4 damage already without needing anything else. Plus, it has Menace. Whereas if I Ice Over the Heart of Kirin, well, then they just attack me with their 2 creatures, right? Just need a little bit of time to stabilize. Alright, that's good. They're only attacking for 3. So they might be playing around a High Spire Infusion, which is excellent for me. I think that's one of the few reasons that they wouldn't crew the heart there. Oh, and they're just passing. Oh, nice. Well, now we have time. Now we have time. So I can create a token of the heart, and I can create a token of the Sweatworks Brawler. Now I'm doing this instead of just jamming the whale because the heart can trade with the whale. And I'm still going to pass here, leaving back the Glint Nest Crane. Getting in for 1 damage should not be that relevant. Protecting 4 life, that could be very relevant. Not protecting, preserving 4 life, rather. Ooh, buddy. And again, the opponent not playing anything last turn makes me very happy. I'm going to happily trade here, if they're letting me. Going to just block their heart with my heart. No reason for me to double block. Or at least not many reasons for me to double block, very few. Because if they're pumping it or giving it first strike or whatever, then it's irrelevant. Because the 1 damage from my Glint Nest Crane is not going to add much. This looks like a Life Crafter's Gift or something. 3 mana. Ah, Lifecraft Awakening, that's what it's called. Okay. And they're leaving up a red mana for some reason, so just to note. Implement of Combustion, sure. Alright. So we're still sitting in fine spot, because now I get to play my whale. Prey upon my whale to their foundry. Again, I think we just bash in for 3 here. The Glint Nest Crane is on not doing anything duty, right? Because I will happily trade my whale for their Heart of Kirin if they play a creature to crew it. But if they have, and this would be very hard for them to have, of course, a removal spell plus a creature to crew the heart, then I want to be able to chump with the Glint Nest Crane. Because even though I'd be able to protect my whale from the removal spell by bouncing it to my hand, I wouldn't want to take 6 damage. Okay, there's a Mastodon. It's fine. And again, if they crew an attack, I'm happy to trade. Now, they might not want to attack. Because they have the goggles, they can crew their heart and then equip it, and that gets out of whale range. But we'll see what they opt to do. Just to note, I'm basically at 8 life because of the implement. Alright, and it looks like we are going to be able to trade off the heart for the whale, which I'm more than happy with. I don't really want to just keep bouncing because that eats up so much of my mana. That being said, chump with Glint Nest Crane. Play 2 blockers. I put them on a 2-turn clock. That could also be a very good line, but I think trading here is fine given how much gas we still have in our hand. Well, I think that's a moray. Oh, it is. It's an eel. A fish. 8 mana. Can do plenty of things. I think here we're just going to go Scrap Trawler, Theorist, Implement, and now bash in for 4. No artifacts in my graveyard to return yet, since the only other artifact in the graveyard is Implement of Examination, so Scrap Trawler or Implement doesn't trigger it. Alright, they sack the Implement, I fall to 8, they draw an extra card. And if they attack with a Mastodon, I'm just happy to chump with the Theorist. Buy myself some time. Inventor's Apprentice. That's kind of good. It's a 3/5 for 1 mana because of the goggles. But again, we just have so much more card draw. I'm probably going to regret not just chumping the Heart of Kirin with my Glintnest Crane and keeping my whale alive. Probably. We'll see, though. Okay, well, they're moving the goggles to the Mastodon. We will chump with the Theorist and say that's fine. I imagine the goggles moving back second main. Yep, and we'll draw for turn. Hey! That's some nice value there. So let's scry first before drawing. And we do not want that. So now we can get back the Aether Construct from the graveyard with the Scrap Trawler trigger. Alright, nothing to return there. Draw, draw. Hey, how about a 6/6? That is also quite good. Attack with the Improvise, or rather the Menace and the Flyer. And we are in a good spot. The Cavalry cannot even be attacked into when they move the goggles onto the Mastodon. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, Cowl Prowler. Sure. Excuse me. Excuse me, friend. I think I'd like to cast my insane spell now. I don't even need to cast the Moray. That's just giving him more information, but whatever. Oh, God, that card is busted. Bingo, bango, bongo. Get in my ice overs. At least one. I probably want to add both. Man, Heart of Kirin scares me a lot. Although I guess I have a Meltdown too for Heart already. Yeah. Thinking I might cut the Eel. Maybe I can get away with just one ice over. I don't know. It feels like these are very good versus the opponent. Could also cut a land on the draw. Is that greedy? Cutting a land seems a little bit greedy. But I think I'm going to. And then we're just going to run it back like this. Try that out. Alright, well, I cut a land, and this happened, but truthfully, I mean, if any of these cards were a land, I still wouldn't keep a one-lander. So down to 6 we go. And yeah, this hand's fine. We got a scry. We're going to put that on the bottom. Multiple ways to card draw. My client will let me put that on the bottom. Hello? Hello? I want... what? Hello? Okay. That was really weird. Froze out for a second. My client is bugging out or something. We drew the island, though. We're golden. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. This doesn't... Heart of Kirin has vigilance. Wow, I'm dumb. Alright, anyways. Same construct again. I know chat is going to grill me, or not chat, comment section is going to grill me. Kenji, you can't ice over a Heart of Kirin. It got tapped during that last game because they improvised it. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame the cards. Blame the bombs. Reckless Racer now from the opponent. And we are just going to Scrap Trawler because that guy is a 4/3 value. So much value. Wouldn't be bad to draw another island so that I could get this reverse engineer off. You're double attacking me. Come on now. What is this nonsense? I think I'm just going to block Mimic to Herbalists. And then when Scrap Trawler dies, we can get back the Mimic. Or if we sack the Implement, we can get back the Mimic. Seems like a fine trade to me. It's the worst they can do with 4 mana Revolt. Well, that's not Revolt. And nor is that. Okay. Hey, there is that island. Beautiful. Wow, this is actually real interesting. I could implement Sack It immediately to get back the Mimic and draw 2. I could ice over the Reckless Racer, which would be pretty good. I think I might wait for them to commit a little bit more to the Reckless Racer, though. So let's just implement here. And sack it for 2 cards, getting back our Metallic Mimic. Prey Upon's also a very good draw. I imagine they invest a little bit more. Oh, okay, they did not. They did not. Interesting. So maybe they're going to equip the goggles to the racer, because I certainly thought they were going to put at least 1 counter from the scrounging onto the racer so that they could attack into my scrap trawler. Maybe that's not the case, though. I'm going to block this time. And we're going to block the Bandar. Just High Spire Infusion? Fine, that's fine. No worries. And we might see a post-combat equip, which might seem awkward, but that tells you that they had something else to cast in case I didn't block. Oof. Okay, well, I don't need the expertise right now. So, well, I guess it's pretty darn good if I do it right now. Okay, never mind. That buys me a lot of time, and I get a free Mimic to name Warrior. God, that card is so good. Like, I'm not even far ahead, but it just bought me so much time. Oh, really? Consulate Dreadnought, huh? That's a little worrisome. Huh. I really want to cast this Reverse Engineer. God, but if they have like a siege modification, it's so gross. Okay, I'm just going to Cavalry as a 5/5 and pass. The Lifecraft Awakening doesn't make it a creature, though, right? We saw that in the previous game. Let me double check that right now. If it isn't a creature or vehicle, it becomes a 0. Yeah. So if they were to cast Awakening on it, it wouldn't be a creature. All right. So they just replayed out a bunch of stuff. Stuff I don't really care about. Let's eat the racer. I think we attack in for 7. And then follow up with the Narnum Cobra. Next turn I will Reverse Engineer. Cobra's pretty good at blocking Dreadnought. Provided it doesn't gain first strike. But if they do have a way to crew the Dreadnought, or make it an artifact creature, Ice Over gets rid of it pretty nicely. We'll see what they want to do here. Three cards in their hand. Effectively 4 because of the implement. They did rummage away 2 of their lands with the Reckless Racer, so it's possible that they are stuck of their own doing. Ooh, another way to draw a card. Improvise. Ah, okay. Foundry Assembler. Put a counter on one of their creatures and they can crew the Dreadnought. Pretty good turn for the opponent. I mean, I'm happily going to trade Narnum Cobra for Dreadnought if that's the case, but pretty good turn for them. Certainly. Another forest the draw. Alright. I mean, they could have Prey Upon here. Kill my... Well, no, Prey Upon's not even good. If they try to prey upon my Cobra, I give it Death Touch and they get wrecked. Yeah, I'm liking our position. They might just have to leave the Dreadnought back as a good blocker. Weird as that is. Which gives me time to find the whale and whatnot. Alright. Engineer for 3. Give me them cards. Not exactly what we were looking to draw, but Revolutionary's fine. Again, it is a warrior, so it gets pumped up by the Metallic Mimic, and then I can pump it up again, so it's going to be a 3-mana 5/5 Trampler. Pretty darn good, in my opinion. Alright, they sack their Implement, draw a card, ping me for 1. Either Chaser, sure. Also very good with the goggles. A bunch of 3/3s. Just gotta find that flyer. Another Ice Over, alright. You know what's cute? I could attack in with the cavalry. They tap 2 of their creatures to crew the Dreadnought, and then I Ice Over those 2 creatures, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, let's just make 2 5/5s. Man, am I regretting these Ice Overs or what? Oh wow, they just went all in on their first striker. I'm okay with that. Please, please, yeah, hit me or attack me with it. What am I scared of? Destructive Tampering. I have to be careful of Destructive Tampering where they one-shot me. Okay. Bring it on. Happily accept. Happily accept. Jump with my Mimic. All right. Good deal. Oh, they should have played that pre-combat to get 1 extra ping in. Okay. More lands, but we do have that Ice Over now. Yeah, I'll give it to them. Consulate Dreadnought, a very good blocker, or potential blocker at any rate. Funny thing is, oh, they're going for it. They must have a way to kill my Cobra. Sure. Okay. Oh, do I take 7? I think I just go to 6 and take 7. Oh, it seems a little bit risky, but it's the play that I'm going to make. Do I want to give them a scry? Gonna have to. And do not want map. Depending on how they scry, that will determine if I attack or not with both. Okay, they bottomed. All right, so I think I can pressure the opponent here. I'm going to Ice Over their 3/3 and bash in for 10. Now they have to have a removal spell and a way to put 4 power on the battlefield to crew. Inventor's Goggles doesn't do it. with only one card left in their hand. Currently, they have to double chump my 5/5s, and they both have trample. Nice. Yeah, so I'm just going to attack in with the 5/5s here. I could go for the kill. But I think it's safe to do this. They take 2 trample. They double chump. I hope I don't get punished. I should have just gone for the kill. Okay, that was bad. I 100% I should have just gone for the kill. I don't know why I was playing it safe like that, but hey. Fortunately, they still didn't have anything. And we're going to go to a round 3. Currently 2-0-4-0. Good stuffs. The finals, round 3. We are on the draw, and oh my gosh, am I going to keep this hand? I think I'm going to keep this hand. It is very powerful, but insanely slow. Let's hope that the opponent doesn't bum rush me too quickly. All right, Rhino's a good draw. Or rather, it's something to do before turn 5. How about that? And again, not going to use the Renegade map unless I absolutely need to, since we do have the double cavalry, one of which in our hand. Opponent on the old blue-black. Take one from the swoops. Trophy Mage. All right, what 3-mana artifact do they have? It's going to be an Implement of Examination. Man of my own heart. Yeah, we'd rather play Rhino out here. Rather grow the Rhino than just get super aggro with Leopard. Shipwreck Moray, sure. And an attack for 1, and maybe another servo poop out. All right, that's fine. So don't actually get to attack here, but I do get to play my Leopard, which is fine. Wouldn't mind drawing something that costs 4 or less next turn to cast off of the Brawl's expertise. But even if not, I mean, I can always just Cavalry instead. All right, Poisoner. Probably playing their Implement as well, I would imagine. Poisoner is going to be a little bit annoying. Okay. Opponent seems to have a fine deck. But eventually, we will draw our whale. I don't know why I did it like that. I should have played the land that I got with the map, but this is whatever. Kind of just going through the motions here. Playing a little bit fast. Gaunty? Oh no. Oh no. That could steal my whale. Luckily we have the other 2 bombs. In fact, we get to copy Gaunty now, which is nice. But the only artifact to copy is going to be a servo, since they could sack the Implement in response. In fact, I wonder. I could get super aggro here. I could bounce the Moray, the Poisoner, and the servo, and a Bastion with all my creatures start getting aggro. Let's do that. So Healy's Artistry copying Gaunty would have been real nice, but there will be other good targets. So I don't mind doing this. I need to make some action happen. The dream, the absolute dream, is that they just took my whale off of Gaunty and opt to cast it next turn. And then I can just Artistry it or something. That, or I could have waited to try to bounce it, but again, I'm a greedy person. All right, sack their Implement, draw 2. For the record, I don't think I've played this game well. Alright, just recasting eel. Attack for 1, poop out another 1/1. Alright, recast their poisoner. Yada yada yada. Metallic Mimic. I guess we still just cast that and name Warrior. Pass the turn. Syndicate Trafficker. That's pretty darn good with their swooper in action there. That's a problem. That is a very large problem. And a Drake. Okay. Alright, Meltdown's a nice draw. Buys me some time. I still don't think we pop the artistry here. Like, what am I copying if I do? Metallic Mimic and Drake. Seems less than optimal. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass again one more time. I imagine they attack with their Trafficker next turn, and I can just block it with Rhino. They sack a servo, I can melt down it. I'm going to fall to 11 here. Oh yeah, that super's done so much work. Alright, as expected, they sack a servo. We go for a meltdown. I'm going to have to deal with the Trafficker at some point anyways, even though the Flyers are beating me down. Otherwise, I just end up chumping it every turn. Okay, Hermit. Prey Upon's nice. Prey Upon's real nice, actually. So, maybe we pop the artistry at this point. No, I still don't think we use the artistry. I think I'm just going to Prey Upon, eat their Drake. Pass turn. God, that swooper is doing so much work. They have so much energy. Tezzeret's Touch, a token, okay. Man, freaking aggro blue-black. Getting me. Getting me good. Okay, double block here, trade here. It's the best I got. That's the best I got. And they even have a Rush of Vitality. Yikes. Okay. So we get 2 for 1 with the Hermit. We do trade for the servo. We take 1. And that's pretty much game. I can like copy the eel and copy a servo. Like, I guess I don't give up yet, but again, just not looking in the best of spots. We still don't even know what they've stolen off of Gonti. Although at this point, it could just be a land. It could be Ice Over. We haven't had a chance where they wanted to use Ice Over. What is this? They have a battle at the bridge too? Oh, lordy. Okay. Yeah, and that That'll be good enough for a scoop. We don't have any way to come back from them having that many creatures. Just going to see what's left in my deck. So they don't know about the whale, because the whale's still there. And if I was really patient, I could look through and see what they stole. But ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so this looks like a matchup where Sky Skiff could be useful. What are we cutting? Might just cut the eel of our own. Alright, let's try to get him on games 2 and 3. Okay, game 2 of the finals. We are versus blue-black aggro. We're going to play first. I'm going to keep this hand. We have time. Right? This buys us some time, and Implement draws 2 cards. No rush here. No rush at all. Even though our opponent is, quote-unquote, the blue-black aggro deck. Sure. You can't have the turn 2 swooper every time. I guess I'll just play the crane. Prevent us from taking too much damage. Alright, so we know Brawl's expertise is going on the bottom. Construct is going to be better than Snake because Snake just trades off with one of their millions of servos that we know they can produce. Okay. And a Lawless Broker, sure. Alright, that's a good draw. Now we don't lose out on any mana by playing Construct and Theorist. Yeah, I'm going to top the Sky Skiff. Sideboarded it in because I thought it was good, so stands the reason that I wouldn't mind drawing it. And do I want to attack for 1? Yeah, I think I don't mind trading 1 for 1 damage. They seem to go a lot wider than I do, so. I will accept the 1 for 1s. I take it all. I lied. I'll block the Construct, the Broker. What are they going to put the counter on, I wonder? Their Flyer? It still just bounces off Glintnest Crane. Their Shipwreck Moray? That doesn't actually change the pumping ability of the Moray, because you need to pump the Moray at least twice to get any additional benefit. I guess it can attack into an X3 and only pump once now? Yeah, the Shipwreck is probably their best choice, yeah. Alright, so we'll play our Skiff. We'll play the Examination. And I will attack for 1. This means I will be taking a bit of damage from the Shipwreck this turn. But I don't think that's too much of an issue. Hermit, alright. Yeah, so we're probably just taking like 5 here. No big deal. Five it is, alright. And let's scry some business, hopefully. Island, not so much business. Not going to use it on upkeep, though. We want an extra creature to crew the Skiff, if necessary, or if possible. Uh-oh. Too much... Uh-oh, what? Come on, now. Alright, well, that was not good for us. In fact, that was actively bad for us. Our poor Bural's expertise chilling on the bottom of the library, too. Alright, they activate the Hermit. It's just the Hermit attacking. That's okay. In fact, I think I'm happy, or not happy, but I think I'm okay just taking 4 damage. Sure, implement of their own. Draw 2. And a Poisoner. Alright, let's find some spells. Please? How many lands do I have to have on top? No, not like this. So just to note, I scryed a land to the bottom. I drew 2 lands with Implement, and then I drew another land after that. Yowza! Oh, no, wait. I scryed one to the bottom, I drew 2. I scryed one to the bottom, I drew 1. Yo, what's up with that? What's up with that, though? Alright, well, I guess we're on chump duty. Yeah, I think we trade off the Skiff for the Poisoner so that we still have the Glint Nest Crane around. If I don't have a creature to crew the Skiff, then there's no reason to have it. This makes them pump one of their energy into their eel to eat my Theorist, which means they can't attack again with their Hermit. Oh, Prey Upon not so good here, is it? I could melt down their eel now, which might be worth it, honestly. It prevents my Theorist from dying and gives me 2 more energies to scry with. I think that's okay. We're going to need to rip some spells here anyway, so hopefully we can find something. Alright, Trophy Mage from the opponent. They didn't get anything, so it looks like Implement of Examination was their only hit. Spell? Alright, it's a spell. I'm not going to complain. After that string of lands, anything is alright by me. And again, they don't have enough energy to attack with the Hermit currently. Hey, they have a Metallic Mimic. That's pretty good. Wait, did they just choose Servo? Oh, they did. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's scry end of turn. Find some biz. Leopard. I don't know if that's enough action for us. I guess it is a free creature in scry, so we'll keep it. And if we just keep playing lands out, since we do have things like Reverse Engineer to draw us extra cards, so having access to as many lands as possible is certainly worth it. I should have noted how many cards I've scried to the bottom at this point, because remember, we did put a Bural's Expertise on the bottom with the Glint Nest Crane. Still scared of Gonti. Daring Demolition my Crane. Yes, that is fine. They get to start bashing in with their Swooper, but I mean, they don't have any energy to make servos. And I do have other flyers. Like this one right here. Bam! Do it. Okay, I mean, it's a keep. And what do we copy? We're going to copy the Swooper, and I guess just the Mimic then. Or I could copy Trophy Mage, which finds me my other Implement of Examination, which shuffles my library. Let's do that. Mimic, Trophy Mage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess we choose human. So that it enters with an extra counter. Could also get scrap trawler, but I think we just want to draw the implement to get some biz. I'm not going to pop it off right now. There's no reason to. That just plays into a counter, or rather a discard effect. And I would have no mana anyways. Also, this way I can scry before drawing. Down to 4 I go. No plays from the opponent. All right, let's scry first. I guess we keep that for the flyer. We can pop this off end of turn now as well. Cavalry's not bad. Oh, punished! And I'm going to upkeep scry now as well. Okay, we'll keep that. So ice over their flyer. I'm going to attack with a leopard. This is terrible. They just block with Moray. I'm stupid. This is a bad attack. Don't make this attack like me. Unless you're planning to do this. Prey upon their hermit now. I lose a creature, get a 6/6. Doing it. Don't even care. Worth. They still have so many cards in their hand, I'm scared. Don't hurt me. Perilous Predicament. What was that? Oh, Shrewd Negotiation. There's servo for my cavalry. Okay, we're back to dead. Yeah, did not play this match very well. That would have been a great turn to draw Bural's Expertise. Bounce the cavalry. Oh god, are they battling at the bridge? They are. Sure. Kill my treasure or trophy mage. Oh, they're going to kill my rhino. What? Why the rhino over the 3/3? They must have something else. Sure, another daring demolition. Alright, fair enough. And I go to 1. Bural's Expertise or bust. Scrap trawler. Alright, not good enough. And that's going to be it for us. Don't think this game, or this match even, was played very well at all, but our deck was sweet. Had a lot of nice rares. It's just the blue-black aggro was too much for me to handle. They went too wide for my deck. And well, that's going to be it. So thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Drafting with Numot. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you back next time. Take it easy.